Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Dire team ban.
Welcome
Radiant
to
team
game
ban.
1 of TP.NND versus DotaHero. We are here in joinDOTA Division 2.1, Asia Division. And this is the first game of the day. TP.NND has some history in Division 2 already. They were in Division 2 the previous season as well. We've
10
cast
seconds
their
remaining.
games before in the past.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
we have our first bans coming out here. Bounty Hunter from TP.NND and DotaHero banning out Nyx and Sand King. Some info. I think Panda is supposed to be one of the support players, if I'm not mistaken.
Dire team ban.
I looked up history on both teams and neither of them have played against each other previously. DotaHero was also in Division 2 earlier on, so both teams are in Division 2 for the second season in a row, as far as I'm aware. And TP.NND is an Indonesian team, while DotaHero is a Malaysian team. So Southeast Asia will be a very bloody battle for the best. Now, PL gets banned out on DotaHero's side. I was thinking, like, why would IO not be first banned? Are they really not going to state those heroes? But it seems like both IO and Wisp got banned on the NND side, since first pick went to DotaHero. Very strong heroes in the current meta. Also, in the recent ESL Birmingham tournament, the major IO and Night Stalker were literally banned or picked in every single game, and I think IO got through the draft phase without being banned like once, and that was early on. So these bans are not surprising at all. And DotaHero now deciding to pick up Naga Siren, and Jakiro immediately being followed up by NND. They do not want to give the Jakiro Naga combo to DotaHero, and Tusk as well, since I'm actually surprised they picked Tusk over Clockwork, especially since DotaHero have Naga. If you have a Jakiro, Clockwork is strong against you, but I guess they know that DotaHero is going to go for Disruptor instead. So they pick Tusk as a counter to that, because if you have Naga, you're most likely going to go Disruptor as well.
5 seconds remaining.
And Disruptor doesn't really combo that well with Jakiro. So, but Tusk is a good hero versus Disruptor because of the snowball, obviously. When you get glimpsed, you can snowball the enemy team. You can also save your teammates with it. Very good utility spell, and very good for ganking squishy heroes. Both Naga and Disruptor will be incredibly squishy early on. I'm 95% sure that Disruptor will be picked up here. If it doesn't, I'll actually be very surprised. I mean, Clockwork could be a possibility. Cogs are very powerful, and you can combo them with Naga Siren, but I don't think it's nearly as powerful of a combination as Naga Siren and Disruptor, with the song in the late game, followed up by Static Storm and Kinetic Field. I find it no contest between the two. So they seem to be taking their sweet time right now on DotaHero's side.
Dire team ban.
Bane coming out. Oh, Bane is a very strong hero with Fiend's Grip, and Sleep is a very good utility spell, but I'm not completely sure about it, because they had the chance to pick Disruptor here and they gave up on it. With Bane, it's like you die a lot during the game, but those few Fiend's Grips you get during the game really can shut down the enemy team very easily. So it's like half and half. And Morphling being banned up by DotaHero now. Doom. My bad on that one. Doom being banned out by NND. So sorry for anyone's ears. Sorry for anyone wearing headsets there. Slight miscalculation there on my part. And Lycan taken out by DotaHero. I guess they don't want to give NND the push lineup. And they're most likely going to get a carry here with some crowd control. So Lycan is not really up their alley right now. Makes sense than having Naga. We're going for more team fight oriented setup, and right now it's a team fight meta. It's like a mid-late game team fight meta. So Naga, especially once you get Meteor Hammer for those follow-up stuns, is really beautiful. Also, something I wouldn't be surprised by is if Bane were to actually get Meteor Hammer. Hold on, folks. I'll have to fix an issue with the audio.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Puck.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, sorry for the delay there, and I am back, and we're seeing Puck on NND's side. Wonderful. I wonder if they also take Elder Titan? Then again, I doubt it. I wonder if it might be a Puck offlane. It's not unlikely. Puck is very strong in the offlane right now. And also viable mid hero, but I say... Wow, they picked up Gyrocopter and DotaHero. I guess it wasn't banned. They decided to ban out Omni Knight instead, and DotaHero didn't wait to pick it up. Obviously, very powerful wombo combo hero with Naga Siren. Very strong hero in the mid game, has very good farming potential with the Black Cannon. And I think DotaHero's lineup is looking more and more solid by the pick now. I was doubting the Bane initially, but if they can get that Fiend's grip on the Puck will have a very miserable existence. Not to mention you can put Puck to sleep and cause a lot of havoc with rockets early on.
Dire team pick.
Now it seems they pick Sock on NND's side. So the problem with Slock is a very good snowball hero. You need a lot of early kills, and you can get rolling quicker than Gyrocopter potentially, but Gyrocopter has cooldown. Cooldown pretty much changes everything in the game. Just that one spell in the early mid game, will do so much damage to the enemy team, especially once followed by Song. And now Axe getting picked up by DotaHero. So Axe is going to be their offlaner, probably dual laning with Bane. So it's going to be most likely Gyrocopter plus Naga Siren in the bot lane and Axe. I mean, in the safe lane. Okay, I mean in the off lane. I'm confusing the Radiant and the Dire here in the moment. Lina getting banned out by NND. Not sure why though. I guess Lena's a really good stunner, but I'd say there are way more dangerous heroes like Storm Spirit or Orchid, and they pick out Kunkka. Oh my god, I love Kunkka. We'll combine another hero that combines extremely well with Naga Siren. They're building heavily around that hero, and they can afford to. And now that they have Axe, they have a pretty strong initiation. Problem with Axe though is in this meta, it's pretty easy to kite him in the mid game. Slark, Puck both have a lot of utility. You have Tusk with the snowball coming in, and then Jakiro at long range can eels if he eventually gets it. So it'll be rather hard for him. I imagine they need someone with high utility or a mid laner as well. Because I think Puck will actually be off lane. So Death Prophet is banned out. Could be, could actually be Dragon Knight as well. Dragon Knight isn't very mobile, but when you get a blink and you have like an instant stun, it's very good for takedowns on Kunkka, so he can't do any shenanigans with Torrent and boats. Same thing if he tries to save Bane or Naga Siren, who's trying to get a song in. And they actually go for the Dragon Knight. To be fair, I'm recovering from DK sickness right now. Because we saw so much of that during the major. Dragon Knight was almost picked up or banned in nearly every game. And only in the finals he wasn't really focused on that much. So, now heading into the game here.
Ten seconds remaining.
I think I like the
5
lineup
seconds
of
remaining.
TP.NND slightly more. But the gyrocopter is obviously gonna be a big factor on DotaHero's side. I think both teams have their strengths and weaknesses. I think DotaHero has actually better general initiation, but the TP.NND has better reactive responses, better flight, better fight and better flight in general. Like they have more sustained damage. DotaHero has more initiation and burst. TP.NND has more sustain overall. And I think that might give them an advantage in the late game if they just hang on to that point. And into the game we go.
Prepare for battle.
Looks like neither team is... Neither team is trying to smoke up early on, which is interesting. I'd kind of expect that. There might be a small initiation going on by the Bane here. So it is going to be Puck and Tusk. And bot lane on the Radiant side gonna be Slock and Jakiro. Jakiro's gonna be doing really well against Axe, but now Naga gonna chase down Jakiro. Blood Rage. Battle Hunger going on to him. Loses half of his health. We'll have to pop some regen. Maybe Slark will salve him up once the Blood Rage is done. The Naga is very good for ganking Jakiro, and Axe is very tanky. The only thing Naga has to be careful of is Slark being able to kill her in a couple of levels, but early on at level 1s and level 2, I'd say they certainly have the stronger lane up. They actually managed to steal the rune, so it's gonna go 3 runes for DotaHero there, and Jakiro trying to tickle down the Naga Siren slightly, trying to punish her for taking the extra gold. And we see that Martel on Tusk already has an Orb of Venom. And DK versus Kunkka mid lane is going to be interesting. I'd say DK might actually win out. Both are very good at last hitting, and both are very good at ganking as well. So there's going to be most likely a lot of early aggression, even though both heroes are fairly tanky, being strength heroes. You have stunners on both teams, like Naga, very good ganker with the nets. Bane as well with the Nightmare. Then you, on the enemy team, you have Jakiro. Jakiro's Ice Path is slightly harder to land, but Dual Breath is so powerful for damage over time and such a good slow. And it's already first blood top lane. Seems like Puck managed to pick up the kill on Bane, so Tusk and Puck.
Not yours.
Magic Fairy Dragon and the Ice Bear of Death. They're gonna simply roll over the enemy team. And that's what I mentioned in the draft phase already. Bane's like one of those heroes that's gonna be dying quite often. And it's gonna be quite sad for them. Seems like Naga's getting initiated on by Slark, but there's no follow-up because a lot of spins coming out from Axe. Now, Slark doesn't have boots, but if he had continued there, he doesn't have Berserker Skull yet. Now they're trying to go for Axe. Will they be able to get a kill here? And they're forced to back off. Both teams low on health in this lane. Dual Breath getting thrown out by the DotaHero. Now Axe chasing down Slark. Doesn't get the spin in on time. Slark manages to leap away. Very close call there. Axe sells up, and Naga has a mango. It's gonna try to chase down the DotaHero. Liquid Fire coming out, and the XD is playing a dangerous game here. A TP coming out from Martel, and the Ice Shards land. Snowball as well, and can he get the kill here? One more auto attack is needed. Axe comes in. Perfect timing with the Battle Hunger. Manages to save Naga at the last second. Well played by Blessed, and surprised neither team got a kill there. Like, there wasn't any overly overcommitments on either side. Oh yeah, a fixed in-game overlay. There we go.
My gratitude.
Like top lane, Puck is getting put to sleep. A Rocket already following her. Will dodge it with the phase shift and actually deals a lot of damage to basic. And poor Bane, until he gets Brain Sap on level 2, you will have trouble with Puck's nukes and will always face the threat of dying. He is getting quite close to it, so it won't be a problem. Dragon Knight is actually doing pretty well for himself. They're actually very even with Kunkka, as predicted. I was expecting Dragon Knight to get slightly ahead, but looks like that's not gonna happen, even in terms of health. He has the Soul Ring, Kunkka has the bottle, so right now Kunkka having the salve and the bottle has more survivability, and if he happens to get ganked, it will help him out slightly more. In the bot lane, Axe is spinning to win. Now gets initiated on by Slark with the leap. Snowball still available with the Ice Shards, and Whiskey has to run away with the Battle Hunger. Has to stick himself off, but Naga is gonna chase him. Axe with the spins, trying to get Martel down, but Martel gets away. Dual Breath lands on Axe, and now DotaHero gonna chase him down. Actually backs off. Backs off from the kill there, and Bless doesn't have a salve for himself. Now Naga in danger as well. They do have a leap on Slark and they catch Axe with it. If he spins, it's over, but he doesn't. He dies, and will they get a double kill here? DotaHero gonna get the auto attack on Naga, and down he goes. So they sacrifice Tusk for both Axe and Naga. Very good trade for them. A lot of gold their way, like 600 gold. And Axe already back in lane, pushing back Slark again with the Battle Hunger. And mid lane, seems like Kunkka has picked up a haste meanwhile. Running around in the 90s, punching Dragon Knight in the face with Cleave. And wait, Puck actually missed the Illusory Orb TP there. And looks like Tusk is left to fend for himself. They don't have any stun cancels, and that orb is gonna cost them. See, seems like a very odd disconnection from Tusk there. Maybe some slight technical issues. Okay, we're back. And DotaHero seems to be being picked off here. Kunkka gets a kill. Naga didn't even use net there. How did that happen? I guess Kunkka landed, simply had enough with X marks and the torrents. DotaHero already being low health, trying to control wound. Didn't quite get the better end of the stick there, and now Panda being threatened here. The net comes out. But Torrent is used, and since Panda's in Dragon form, you do not want to mess with that. You have ranged Tail Swipe available, and Zeal decides to slightly back off there. Top lane, Tusk with the snowball going into Monster. Can they catch him under the tower? A couple more lasses needed from Usagi here. And Rocket going on to Tusk. Monster salves himself back up, and the fight is done. Bane now with level 2 Brain Sap looking to put an end to Tusk. Couldn't quite catch him out. So I'd say they're doing very well with Tusk and Puck, but obviously they missed 2 kill opportunities on Bane already. And I feel like if they had slightly more precise timings, such as like the orb Puck that she missed here, could have gotten an easy kill there. And the same thing with top lane under the tower. I think they could have actually killed the gyro if they pushed it. And now Rocket onto the Puck, lands, beautiful brain sap coming out as well. And Barbie stands no chance in this cruel world, where rockets melt plastic. Axe is building straight Vanguard without boots. Like, I don't know how I should feel about that. He has the Vanguard. I guess he has boots as well. But I think the extra movement speed would have helped him a lot more early on. So trying to rush it, now getting a magic stick as well. Doesn't seem like the best idea. Meanwhile, under the tier 1 tower, initiation's going on. Basic takes down Jakiro. It's a 3-man gank. But now ping's coming out from Puck since Gyro's alone. But Gyro has cooldown. So it seems like Barbie's asking for some slight assistance in the lane.
Clear as clean water.
But you also have Dream Call. Tusk is coming back. He's only level 3 right now. He has boots, he has Orb of Venom. Being level 3, he's quite weak and will die very quickly if Bane decides to counter-initiate. He also has level 2 Nightmare.
Illusion.
And can't forget, Bane has decent auto-attack damage. The buff he got that he can attack through Nightmare is immense for laning pressure now. And it seems like Dragon Knight is gonna join them. He has a lot of wand charges, and Nets gets thrown out due to TK cooldown thrown out. Lands on the DK as well. In comes Kunkka. He has Ghost Ship available, throws it out. They do take down Naga, but Gyrocopter nowhere close. So they traded Dragon Knight for Naga, and Slark now coming in is seeking for redemption for his team.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Not gonna get much. I guess there was not much point in staying bot lane as well alone. With the Axe, who has a Vanguard, you can simply push your face in. I still like that Blessed hasn't bought boots yet. No normal boost going straight for Blink. Like, that's popular on some heroes like Queen of Pain. I don't know how to feel about that. Axe. Like, you're not Nature's Prophet, you don't have global TPs. Boots are kind of necessary. And he finally decides to get brown boots at almost 10 minutes in. He has 64 last hits though, and if we look at the net worth, he's way ahead of both Puck and Slark, but Dragon Knight is catching up to him. You do have to remember that Dragon Knight has put a lot of his net worth into a soul ring to help him alleviate mana issues, so it kind of reduces his carry power. I also love how you can simply ignore the HP cost with Dragon Knight due to Dragon's Bloods. Like 13.4 health regen. Pretty insane. It seems like when trying to get runes, Tusk gets picked up in the bot lane by Blessed. And he doesn't have Blink yet, but he's not that far off. Only he needs 800 gold. And I think Slark's gonna be in trouble. Especially when Blessed gets a support, like a smoke gank, and gets a surprise blinking, but looks like they're not gonna wait. Kunkka already with an Invis rune, searching to put an end to Slark here. And he's sneaking, he's peeking, and he finds Slark out. And they do see him, they don't have a blink. Slark suspects something is up, like why is Axe so close? And X marks the spot, gets landed on Whiskey, doesn't purge it, gets taunted, but he does have Dark Pact available, puts on the ultimate and tries to run away, but they do see him, they are trying to catch up to him. He tries to TP away at the last second, but Culling Blade comes out from Blessed. And no relief for Slark there, as both him and the tier 1 tower get picked up, and DotaHero seem to be taking a pretty nifty early lead with 4,000 gold. At least finally NND gets a top tier 1 tower. So good on them for that. But Tusk needs more. Tusk needs levels. Like that's why he got this Tome of Knowledge. He's very starved for experience right now. Meanwhile, Axe having the time of his life. 11 minutes in, has Vanguard, has Blink Dagger. Now blinks in, gets the taunt on the Jakiro. Jakiro gonna be chased. Black Cannon coming in as well. And seems like Jakiro is gonna go down very quickly. And Tusk gonna try to escape with the snowball, but there's simply nowhere to go. Surrounded by 5 DotaHero opponents. Puck is nowhere near Blink. He has phase boots and needs 800 gold for Blink. I think that's a pretty important advantage that Axe has over him right now. And they're gonna get the call combo off on him. They're gonna get the maximum duration and they wait out. Kunkka gets there in time and Puck doesn't even get phase shift. Seems like they're very lucky on the runes. Now mid lane Jakiro gonna get netted and it's definitely gonna be going down as well. There's no helping him. He is level 6, he could have dropped down Macropyre, I guess. And Tusk gets disconnected again. What's going on, Tusk? Are you okay? Is it the Southeast Asian internet? Feels bad, man. Something we've noticed, like it's hard to get good internet there. So these things happen quite often. But hopefully you don't get entire team disconnects, like you had that happen in past as well. Where just like 4 or even 5 players just drop out of the game instantly. Everyone's like, what the hell is going on? Right, hopefully the game will be resuming soon. Take a quick drink meanwhile. And a random ownage gets played out. Puck died and Jakiro died. And if we look at the kills, it's amazing. Like, Basic already had 4 kills. 12 minutes in. I was gonna say Bane is one of those heroes that's gonna die a lot, but he's been doing work. He's been working out. He has Fiend's Grip as well now, and his ganking potential just got a huge power up. And Slark has to be very careful. Like as soon as Dragon Knight backs out, he has to as well. If he gets caught here, it's over. And you have Naga with the song as well. Will they use the song? No. They don't catch out the TPs. Seems like NND is gonna go top lane. I'm gonna try to catch out the Axe. Axe doesn't have anything to fear, I guess. I thought Tusk would make it there with the snowball, but it seems like that's not gonna happen. Meanwhile, Kunkka is tower diving Jakiro. They know they TP top, so they're not really fearing any pressure. So Kunkka, for a few seconds at least, is free to do as he pleases now. Bane is gonna see Jakiro here. Macropyre gets thrown out with the stun onto Zeal. Zeal trying to run away, and the Dragon Knight gets slapped. And Monster coming in to save the day. He has cooldown, and Fiend's Grip is still available, mind you. So if he gets it down on Jakiro, cooldown with the Axe Blink onto the Dragon Knight and the Rocket as well. Beautiful. Meanwhile, seems like Bane picks up the Jakiro solo, and Gyrocopter actually diving the tier 1 tower, slightly tanking it, and taunt coming out from Blessed here. They're gonna get the Dragon Knight as well. Beautiful triple pick up, only sacrificing Bane in the process now. Puck with the Dream Call, getting the latch on Zeal, being chased by Slaken. The song is too late, it doesn't save him. And can they get Barbie as well? He's waiting for the Berserker's call, and he gets it. He just waits for the phase shift, and Puck is unable to dodge. Now Whiskey pops the ultimate, gonna try to chase down Monster, decides he doesn't have enough mana to do it. Monster gets snowballed, but the Urn heal him up quite a bit, gets punched by the Tusk, but seems like Tusk is simply gonna bring himself up as sacrifice. Macropire is available on Jakiro. If he can land it, if he can land an Ice Path, he doesn't have Ice Path. He simply lands a dual breath, gets taken out, and that's so many kills. 17 kills already, 15 minutes in for DotaHero. They have an extreme lead. They have an extreme experience lead. If we compare the XP earned graphs, they're 5k XP. That's quite a couple of levels there in favor of DotaHero. And Whiskey in a very poor situation. He should already have his Shadow Blade by now. He has 78 last hits, which is not too shabby. Dragon Knight 87. But Dragon Knight doesn't even have Blink. He went for drums. He's still far away from Blink. Meanwhile, you see Axe also building into a Shadow Blade. And he's going for the max gank setup there. DotaHero are pushing their strengths. And this is what I was talking about, that DotaHero has better mid-game potential, while they have better late-game potential on NND side, because they have more sustained damage in the fight. But right now the burst is more than enough to take down their team. And now Bane waiting with the Fiend script, hoping that Panda will be alone. He doesn't see anyone with the wards here, but the team's not backing him up quite yet. And they spot out a Regen rune. I guess Gyro's gonna take it, get back to full mana. Gotta spam those rocket barrages. Ratatatatat. And Sleep coming out into Tusk here with the net, with the Axe Skull, and Tusk gonna go down without a hitch. Very smooth execution by DotaHero here. And Tusk simply gets wrecked. Well played. I'm surprised there has been no tipping back and forth this game. Kind of actually missed that. I don't want to curse it, jinx it either. They're gonna overdo it otherwise. And actually missed the kill on Jakiro. What happened there?
Radiant's top tower.
Seems like Gyrocopter got a solo kill on Jakiro. Now mid lane they're gonna be initiating here. Axe doesn't have Berserker's Call available, and instant ult coming out from Slog here. He is in trouble. He needs to get the Shadow Blade out. He gets rocketed, gets sentry, but doesn't get X-Marks to spot it. Is able to run away in time, and very beautiful dodge there from Whiskey. Very close clutch call, and Axe still trying to put on the chase, but they do not get him. And this is what's great about Slarg. Once he gets that Shadow Blade, he becomes so gosh darn elusive. And they're gonna have to buy dust for him. Like, he has to purge the dust, right? But it's hard to do when you're in Shadow Blade. It means you give up your move speed advantage, become much more visible anyway. So it doesn't really matter that you purge the dust. Doesn't give you anything in the long run in a fight.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they're gonna take a tier 1 tower. There's a double damage rune available here. They do see it. And I think Tusk will have to pick it up, but otherwise he will forget it. He doesn't get it. He gets it on the last second, but Axe instantly calls in and gets taken out by Monster here now. They're trying to go for Panda. Rocket is on him. Rocket most likely will allow Naga to net him, but he pops the drums and gives chase. Hard to be able to catch up to him, because Axe has Blink. He's still stunned for another second. Axe gets in the taunt. Naga is here, ready to net. Basic heals himself back up with the Brain Sap, and now Slog gets boated to high hell. And the fish has been drowned by Kunkka, and now they're gonna get Panda as well, and there's no helping it. They take their 22nd kill already, and you only have a measly 6 kills to put up on NND side. A lot of gold chains going back and forth there. Look at the net worth now. Gyrocopter numero uno on 8,600 gold. They have the top 3 spots on DotaHero, which is very significant. I guess Dragon Knights, Puck and Slug aren't that far behind. They are somehow managing to keep up. They are farming well, but the kills are certainly starting to make themselves evident. They have way more items. DotaHero sides. They have like incomparably better initiation, and I don't think they've had to use Naga's song to disengage a single time yet. They haven't used it aggressively. I haven't even seen it used offensively. So the fact that Naga Siren is still in their arsenal, something that they haven't been forced to use, just shows how much more powerful they are and how long a way they have to go on energy side. And Puck actually gets caught out here. Not sure why Puck didn't blink out earlier. Like, seemed like pretty much AFK there. And Naga simply walking up to him, and instant Berserker's Call coming out from Max. Now Martel gonna snowball the creeps, gonna try to get away. No net coming up from Naga. They're not initiating, even though they know that Slark and JoinDOTA are bot lane. They are not going for it. Now Slark gets the leap onto the Gyrocopter, and Gyrocopter goes down with the Macro Pyre. That's a mega kill streak to JoinDOTA. Gets almost 800 gold, and only needs 600 to finish up his heals now. No, top lane, taunt onto the Dragon Knight, followed by the Kunkka boats, and that's all he wrote. At this point, Axe is beyond godlike. He has gotten 10 kills. He has 1 measly death as well. He's insanely farmed. Actually went for the Boots of Travel for maximum utility around the map. Get in the maximum amount of ganks. He's still going for the Shadow Blade, but man, he's gonna be a goddamn race car by the end of this. Now Blessed with the blinks. Very beautiful 3-man coil there from the Puck, but it's not really gonna do anything as they don't have the follow-up damage here. And now Song coming up from the Naga Siren. He's channeling Meteor and gets in the stun on Puck very nicely. No phase shift coming out. Puck still had phase shift, still had heals, so not sure what happened there. I think Puck could have easily escaped in that situation. Oh, they're gonna pick up Regen Rune, and this is a pretty good time to do Roshan. Puck is down. Like, they don't know if Puck has buyback or not, but it's pretty safe to say that they don't want to buy back on TP.NND side around. They need every bit of gold they can get. They need to last in this game. Meanwhile, DotaHero is closing in on such a huge advantage. They're most likely going to go for the rack soon, and it's not going to be much of a problem for them. They do have the Meteor Hammer after all. Bane is building a Shadow Amulet in a Glimmer Cape. Yeah, he's getting Shadow Amulet and building it into a Glimmer Cape. Gonna be really useful against the magic damage coming up from JoinDOTA. And now Panda gets X marks the spot and boated, gets dragged in right after the boat lands, so no damage from there. And you can feel how tanky Dragon Knight is. Even though they're so far behind on NDs, it still takes so much effort to kill him. They could just get one good initiation in, pick up some solo kills on DotaHero, get the Gyro, even just get the Bane, get something, then try to fight it out. They could do a more even trade, get like a couple of heroes in the team fight, and every fight they would get, it would give them so much gold and XP they could stay in the game. DotaHero wouldn't be able to push, and they could possibly do like a big comeback later on.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's going to be a no contest Roshan. First one of the game. Probably going to be picked up by Gyrocopter here. And Monster gets the Aegis. You know, top lane, Puck using heals on the Axe here. X marks the spot onto Whiskey. They don't have vision though. They don't have vision. Like, this, since the supports aren't there, no one has any dust, no one has any sentry, and Slark's gonna get away scot-free. That's actually pretty hilarious. So if he gets max level, he can pop in and out of fights with such fast health regen. Like 7% per second is insane, not to mention the bonus movement speed. You can reposition yourself behind the enemy. It seems like, meanwhile, Monster getting a kill on Martel. Poor Martel not really achieving anything this game. Has 10 deaths already, 4 assists, not much impact, but now Slark misses the leap. He had double damage, he had a chance to go for it. Bane was so low on mana as well. Yeah, nothing happened sadly. Now Barbie on Puck, they pop out the shrine, heal up Slark, give him some mana. They're ready to go back on Monster here. The You have Shadow Blade. Maybe he can get the Naga instead, but Naga still has Song, and Slark has to be careful of that. He gets instantly Berserker Skull by Blessed, and tries to run away, but in comes this Song. They're not gonna let him go. And Bane doesn't have Fiend's Grip. Would have needed it though. Due to not having mana, Slark gets away, and I can't believe it. They had 4 heroes surrounding Slark, including Gyrocopter, and they still weren't able to kill him. But now, Kunkka with the boat tries to get the Slark. The X marks the spot, lands right on time. Whiskey gonna die to the brain step there from the Bane. And 2 cores down on NND, and they continue their domination fest. And at this point, Naga's Siren has 7,600 gold net worth.
Bounty.
Naga with the blink is at the same level as Puck. Puck's number 3. So Puck's not really doing too great in this
Radiant's
match.
bottom tower is under
2 kills,
attack.
6 deaths.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's not just about score, it's like about pushing, and they haven't pushed much on DotaHero side, but that's cause they don't plan to until they have like an unmeasurable lead. Until they get so powerful, no matter what the enemy team tries, they can't shut them down in a fight. And they're almost there. So most likely they're gonna mow down all the tier 2 turrets,
Radiant's bottom
tier 2
tower has
towers,
fallen.
and then go straight for racks. And if not right now, then at least with the next Roshan, they're gonna get the melee racks. Pretty confident about that right now. As Whiskey tries to scout out, gets called very dangerous scout there. Gets punished immediately. Axe on point with the blinks, on point with the Berserker Skulls, doing a very good job. Same thing with Kunkka. Kunkka's had pretty good positioning throughout the entire game, like pretty good lane ganks, putting the pressure on the team, and a lot about the current meta is about pressuring the enemy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Zeal now
Dire's
gonna put the
top
X marks the
tower is
spot
under
on the
attack.
Dragon Knight song coming up from Naga Siren. Beautiful 2-man Meteor Hammer, both fold up as well, 2-man Torrent, and Kunkka gets a triple kill. They get absolutely destroyed on NND's side here. They take a big hit, and they're gonna take a melee rax hit as well. And I don't think they're saving game 1 here. They don't even have buybacks on their heroes, and Slark and Puck simply aren't gonna be able to do enough damage to make an impact in this fight. I mean, look at that Slark. During 1 Berserker Skull, he already gets picked up without any problems. I mean, Axe didn't even need to pop Culling Blade there. He tried, but Slark already got nuked beforehand. Yeah, very nicely played by DotaHero here, and I was expecting NND to put up more of a fight. I guess their drafts all I wouldn't say it wasn't very aggressive. They simply failed to put it to best of its use. They didn't last until the late game. They got shut down so hard. Now call down coming up from the Gyrocopter. They're gonna chase down Montel. Gonna get him with the rocket barge most likely, but no, in comes Axe, slam and dunk, he's dead. Now Aegis is lost on Gyrocopter, he is respawning, buyback from the Puck, but Puck already dies again, excuse me? Where did Puck disappear to? And GG finally gets called out by TP.NND. So very nice game 1 there on DotaHero's side at least. Easily pick up the win, and now we're gonna soon go into game 2 as well. So be sure to stay tuned in. We're gonna be back in a couple of minutes, most likely 5 or so, and take a break, get some food, get some water, get some popcorn, whatever, and I guess we'll see you soon. Alright, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're heading into game number 2. The Prime Arvore versus DotaHero. I don't know why I went full Italian there. TP.NND is an Indonesian team, DotaHero Malaysian. So it's an SCA heavy battle matchup. Both teams have played in Season 2. In the in the second division in the previous season of joinDOTA League. So both, I think they've clashed each other before, but I'm not certain. And in the last game, what happened if you just so happened to miss it was that DotaHero absolutely destroyed TP in simple push. Like, they had very good early game aggression. They had better early game initiation. They had Axe. The Axe played like a big role in getting the early game win on their side. They had Kunkka as well for that early game domination. And TP had more late game, a more late game lineup, but it really they paid the price. They couldn't really keep themselves together under DotaHero's pressure, and it was constant, immense pressure, like 5-man gangs overall around the map, and they ended up losing the game because of it. Now in the second game though, DotaHero once again picking up Naga Siren, this time another wombo combo hero with Warlock. Are you kidding me? Like, I love how they refuse to pick Disruptor, but Warlock is a very good support for almost any carry. Like, you can pick a hyper carry and have him free farm in the lane, even against an Axe, because you have the heal coming out from Warlock, and Shadow Word's insane early on. You combine a Tango with a Shadow Word, and you add a stick against Skyref as well. You have so much sustain in lane, you don't really have to worry about getting your farm even early on. You'll be, like, completely fine. And it seems like that's what they are going for. And, they banned out Lifestealer on TP side. I guess they don't want to get destroyed by Lifestealer on Skyref, but I'd say, yeah, Lifestealer would absolutely destroy the Naga Siren, Warlock, but the net from Naga Siren on the other hand is like a counter to Lifestealer. So they can't pick it. And it would be a really good hero on their side. What am I talking about? Yeah, this makes complete sense. Yes, yes. Lifestealer is very strong. Tinkerman, not so much. Like, I think more logical would have been to ban out Kunkka again, since they pick up Naga Siren. They're leaving Kunkka open again, but I guess they have some kind of plan to deal with him this time, hopefully, because Death Prophet gets bound on DotaHero's side, and Clockwork as well. They're not going to give him the strongest support, and something I'm surprised by is that we don't see Clockwork. We actually saw the Axe pick up over the Clockwork, but I think Clockwork would have been the saving grace for TP.NND, and Axe could wait. Axe could always wait. You can give the enemy Naga and Axe, just get something that can deal with him, like Gyrocopter. It looks like they're not going to do that. And they didn't ban out Gyro this time as well, so leaving Gyro and Kunkka both available in combination with Naga Siren, they're being very bold right now on TP side. I'm not sure they want to take these risks after this absolute destruction they faced in the last game. Yeah, let's just wait and see what will happen. And Monkey King getting picked up by DotaHero here. A hero absolutely not seen during my previous casts in the major, never picked up. Like, very strong hero with the stun. If he gets like snowballing and rolling, it's a decent hero against Axe as well. You know, auto attacks are usually weakness against Axe, but if you slam yourself on a Monkey King, Monkey King is gonna steal so much life from you with the Jingu Bang, with Jingu Mastery. And it actually ends up working in favor of him if Axe wants to come at him in his face. All he needs to do is like build a bit of survivability so he doesn't instantly die to the Berserker's Call, and bam, Axe is gonna just melt under the Jingu Bang. Also imagine like they have like close ties, since these are Asian teams, and the Monkey King is very closely related, like very deeply ingrained, the journey to the West in Asian culture. It's like you're playing it's like you're playing a mythological superhero. It's like hold extra importance. Like if you were Greek and playing Zeus.
10 seconds remaining.
Now Lion, pick up by TP. Lion is dangerous. If Lion gets a blink, it might be over for Naga. It might be over for Warlock. Instant fingering. Lion's gonna be finger banging people left and right. Same thing with Batrider. Batrider TP's in, just finger him, just like kill him. And you have so much of that. Like you have stun. If you stun someone, you have Skywrath following up with Mystic Flare. It's gonna be pretty darn insane. And the thing with Skywrath Mage is he's very strong, like he's very flexible right now. You can lane him in the mid lane, you can put him as a support in either lane, in hard lane, in the easy lane, you can land him as mid lane, you can even put him as an off lane number 3 position. But that's not what they're going for apparently, as they go into a Faceless Void. So I see what you're doing, TP. Faceless Void, Skywrath, yeah, Totally not obvious, that one. They also have Axe to follow up, which is fun to say the least. Also Lion gonna be fingering people. I imagine like if Lion gets fat enough, gets farmed enough, gets that blink, gets that Force Staff, and then has enough gold to get a scepter, starts fingering the people inside like the void. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. And now Puck. They banned out Puck on the TP side. I don't think DotaHero would actually pick Puck, but it might have been a respect ban, I'm not sure. Now they pick up Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, very good mobility hero. Seems like they're going for a lot more early mid-game aggression this time, which I like. Bravo to them, they figured it out. Like, you need better mid-game. So I'm not sure about the power of mid-game Faceless Void. It's like
10 seconds
how that's gonna be transitioning over.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, boy. Pugna gets picked up. Oh my god, Hyper, they're gonna have so much push on DotaHero's side with the Pugna. It's gonna be insane. Very good against TP.NND. So they're countering early game aggression with push and sustain on Monkey King. They have sustain, they have initiation, Batrider for initiation, Pugna for the push, and also sustain in team fights. You have to remember that Neverwort is insane. The damage it deals is ridiculous. Like, especially for Queen of Pain, who has such huge mana costs. If you cast your ult into that thing, you lose like half of your health instantly. So they have to deal with the Nether Ward, and that's gonna be like a very big boon to their every team fight. And that's something we also experienced during the finals of the major in Birmingham. Like, Pugna is like that ward is simply ridiculous. It just smashes you. Oh boy, they have a. I'm just loving the Wombo combo coming out. It's like the Nagasar Warlock and Faceless Void Skywrath. Like, very classic, not so classy. It's very messy, but it's gonna work. I feel it's gonna work. TP play their cards right. They could easily turn this best of 2 into 1-1, and their lineup is a lot more solid this time around. And now we're going into the game. Oh, already some screams coming out here.
Prepare for battle.
I am so beautiful. I'm actually looking for a key that I can't find on my keyboard right now. Yeah, okay. RIP, I guess. I almost paused the game as an observer. Oh, that would have been bad. We actually saw. Happens to the best of them, I'll say. And they're not gonna go for any early game aggression again, neither side.
30 seconds to battle.
Skywrath is like a very good target, very squishy, very nice target. They can get like a Firefly, knock a neck combo off on him. He pretty feels good, man, for NND. I mean, for DotaHero. Pretty feels bad, man, for NND. My bad. And And now, Monkey King, disguised as a rune, is gonna chase down the lion. He does have the stun up. He did have Boundless Strike there, but he did not use it. They did not even pop Shadow Word. What was that? They could have easily killed the lion there. Like, I'm not sure what happened. I'm entirely sure that Warlock would have been able to finish that lion off with just one Boundless Strike. So yeah, I guess DotaHero are either taking this lightly or they just slept through that opportunity. Now Pugna off to farming in the mid lane. Gets his first last hit in. Wait, where? What the hell? Where's the enemy lane? I guess they're probably in the jungle. Axe is gonna run around the rune spot for some reason. Not sure what he's. Okay, he's going for the easy camp, I guess. I guess he's gonna let Skywrath get level 2. Is Skywrath actually the priority in this lane? Is he the farmer? I wonder. That can't be, right? It's gonna be Axe. Surely it's going to be Axe. So I guess they just spotted out the lane, see what the risks were. Now Barbie coming into lane, but okay, now I understand. He already has 3 stacks of napalm on him. Batrider taking down his health very quickly. In mid lane, it's not gonna be an enjoyable lane for either of them. A lot of harassment. Like, you have Shadow Strike and Queen of Pain, which I think he should have already used at least once. And Pugna spamming out with the Nether Blast, but Queen of Pain can react to Decrepify with Blink, so it doesn't actually take the maximum amount of damage from Nether Blast, which is very good for her. Now Skywrath chasing down DotaHero with some blasts. Battle Hunger on him as well, but he has a 10 charge stick, so he's gonna heal himself up. He's gonna wait for Skywrath to exhaust his mana first. And Battle Hunger to Batrider. He upgrades his stick to a wand. 11 charges now. He is gonna heal himself up, but in comes the lion as well. Martel helps Varese get first blood on Skywrath, and now they're gonna get Naga as well. But the creeps, the damage from the creeps is too much. Is Naga gonna be able to get the last? And he at least gets 1 kill. Lion goes down, and very nice level 2 free fight there. And it seems like instant punishment coming out from Void here from Basic. And that's the lovely thing about Shadow Word and Fatal Bonds. That's damage over time, and Void can't really backtrack it. He's supposed to backtrack burst damage, but where is the burst damage here? Like, the only burst is Boundless Strike, and if he dodges that, he's still stunned. He's still at risk after that.
No, you don't.
I swear I keep confusing this armadillo pet with the courier at times. It's so weird. Meanwhile, top lane seems like they're diving behind the T1. They managed to get the kill on Void. Void didn't get the backtrack in? He had backtrack available but didn't use it, I guess. So. Or maybe he had it on cooldown at that very moment. Not sure what happened there. They're gonna back off. And when you look at the farm states, Monkey King is doing very well for himself. Has more farm than Queen of Pain right now. And faces Void on 11. Axe isn't doing as well as expected. He's only on 8 last hits. He's supposed to control the lane. That's what they picked him for. But he's gonna be doing nowhere near as well as DotaHero's Axe was previous game. And that's what allowed him to like push. That's what their enemies so fast. Like, you had an Axe who rushed Vanguard so quickly, had Brown Boots, Blink, and Vanguard 11.5 minutes in, which was insane timing. Instantly TP top from bot and started ganking around. But I don't think this Axe is going to get nearly as much gold in this game. Meanwhile, top lane, there's initiation going on onto Martel here. Martel gets caught, but Hex coming out from him. And Bless taking a lot of damage flying around with the Firefly. Void with 3 ticks is taking too much damage. He does get the last hit on Batrider though. So slightly better trade there for TP.NND, but Whiskey now unable to farm, still only level 3. If he pops a Tango and eats his magic... If he pops his Tango and eats his magic one, yeah, that's perfect. Then he's gonna be very poor and probably gonna fail the game. But if he uses his magic one right now, he can safely farm. And it'll charge right back up with Batrider spamming Naple at him. One moment, checking if there are any stream issues. No, everything's running perfectly smoothly.
Double damage.
And it seems like there's going to be a stun landing on Blessed here. Blessed going way out of his way here. Gonna get cut down by Whiskey. Whiskey is taking a lot of damage from the Firefly though with 3 stacks of sticky napalm. Wait. What? He had a 17 charge one. Man, what are you doing? He would have easily lived through that. You need to get it together, Voids. Last second stun coming up from Martel. They do take 2 kills, but you don't want to be losing Faceless Void so early on.
The nether reaches out.
Well, seems like it's pretty calm actually. Less than 2 kills per minute. If it's not a 2 kill per minute game, it's a calm game. That's the feeling I got after the major. But even in a calm game, DotaHero will win, I feel, because they need to get kills on NND side. They have the early game aggression now. They're going on to basic. Will they get the Berserker Skull in? They do get it on Warlock. A spin, 1 is necessary. A second would have been nice as well. Warlock will not go down. Shadow Word is enough to save him. And now Jingu Mastery Monkey King comes out as I guess Skyraf got blocked in by the creeps. Quite unlucky there, or just simply bad timing. And Monkey King showing his strength. Like, as soon as he gets that Jingu Mastery up, the lifesteal is so ridiculous. He simply won't go down. Like, they need a Blink Initiation. Now top lane, seems like Batrider gonna pick up Lion with simple auto attacks with the Napalm stacks. So Bless doing very well for himself in the top lane. Like, same net worth as Faceless Void. Very good for off lane. Meanwhile, if we look at Axe only at 2.3k. Nowhere near his Vanguard yet. Gonna have to run away. Gonna TP here. Almost goes down like Punka. Just that slight amount of range away. Almost came in for the kill there. So very close call for X. Once again forced out of lane though, and no farm for him, no gold for him, no XP for him, as Naga now XD with the net. Monkey King gonna try to follow this up, but Chrono comes out from Void, and as soon as Lion, he doesn't have Hex, he doesn't have stun, Void chases down Monster. Can he get him? And Scream of Pain coming out! The ult from Panda doesn't kill Monster. Monster jumps onto tree, tries to run away. Stun coming out from Martel now with the Skywrath Major chasing XD. He wants up, puts the net, and they get a double kill. They get both Lion and Skywrath, and NND get nothing as Monster leaps away to safety. Probably gonna get the... Probably just gonna farm himself back up now. Without any hitch. No, another net coming out with the Puck now. Probably gonna blast the Void as well. Actually decides Void is not worth the mana because Void can backtrack, but they did a miscalculation. The Void has a level 1 backtrack, so a blast would be extremely good right now. And they're gonna try to pop him without Void using backtrack, but Void doesn't need to do it. And seems like mid lane, finally something happens. Panda picks up a solo kill on Monster, who strays a bit too far with too little health in the mid lane. So they finally get some relief. Queen of Pain doing pretty well for herself, sitting on 42 last hits, but Pugna obviously farming, pushing Monster. But you can't keep up with him. He's gonna be the #1 net worth for a while, most likely, especially once he gets his Ether Lens. Gonna get like huge cast range. And it's gonna resolve his mana issues as well. Like, Pugna has like the highest incane in the game. Oh, and there goes Hex stun combo onto Zeal now, but Shadow Word comes out from Warlock, heals him up so fast. Alongside the Life Drain, it's ridiculous how fast he can resuscitate himself. And yeah, there's not gonna be any taking down of Pugna. Chrono is still down to 30 seconds. They don't have Sonic Wave either. He puts down the ward, and the Nether Blast with the Decrepify takes down Martel there. Gonna regret the stun being pulled out, and now Void. 2 seconds until.
That's like.
I was expecting a Shadow Word to come out on Void, but I guess Warlock isn't that cocky yet, not that aggressive. Is gonna be taking it easy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Panda. Panda's the hope and savior of NND right now.
Dire's top tower
He
is
can't
under
do it,
attack.
no one can. Axe will actually get a Vanguard at this rate. I mean, he might have to skip it and go straight for the Blink. 'Cause they're desperate for initiation potential. Like, Axe would have to be halfway to his Blink already, like, to pull out the power. The previous game, like, at this point in the previous game, Axe almost has his Blink ready post Vanguard. So this Axe is much more poor. He's like at least over 2,000 net worth down. So he's not doing the job as well. But Chrono now coming out to XD, and they're gonna take out Naga Siren with the Hex most likely. But a beautiful stun coming out from Monster with the counter initiation. Warlock drops a Golem as well. And now with Fatal Bonds, they're gonna kill Martel. Martel gonna try to get XD, but he simply gets healed up by Shadow Word here, and nothing comes of it.
Radiant's middle
So they
tower
spend
is
Chrono,
under attack.
but they don't have Finger of Death. If they had Finger, it would have been fine. So I think before they want to initiate on anything again, they simply have to get Lion to level 6 first. Yeah, boy. Monster is truly becoming a monster quite quickly. Panda gets another solo kill, this time on Pugna. Panda might actually carry this game for NND if this keeps up. Like, he's number 1 in net worth now on Queen of Pain. Picks up a Haste Rune as well, so it's a one-man danger train moving top lane. And Lion getting picked off here. Monster sitting quietly in the trees. Usagi coming in with the Blink here. And Naga popping out the song. Ready to counter initiate though. Monster comes in with the Jingu Bang Mastery. They take down Faceless Void. No Chrono, no Time Walk. Meanwhile though, seems like Queen of Pain is doing work. Takes down the Naga. Blink down in another few seconds, but he doesn't have one. He blinks away. Can he get away? But the Shadow Word Death is enough to finish her. She goes down, and that's a big loss. That's a dominating streak to Warlock, so...
Dire's middle
Warlock
tower
already has
is under
1
attack.
and Urn of Shadow, so he's pretty rich for 13 minutes in for Warlock. Now Mystic Flare coming out from Pink here. And Sky of Wrath gonna try to save the situation, but the heal from Boundless Strike. He had Jingu Mastery up, the Shadow Word heal and the Jingu Mastery heal, and he's almost back to full health. It's ridiculous.
Is under
The Urn coming out as well, and now Whiskey is alone without Chrono. Martel is there to try and help him, but they're probably gonna end up both dying here. And Whiskey should back off, like, honor Martel's sacrifice and get off, but seems like that's not gonna happen. Gets Boundless Strike just before he can use Time Walk. Down he goes, and this game is straight going in favor of DotaHero again. And well, at least they're not holding the top 3 places in net worth this time. Queen of Pain is doing very well for himself. Is slowly working towards Orchid, but he needs to work even harder, even faster, because there's so much to carry. Because Faceless Void is so far behind, like 4K. He hasn't had much. He hasn't had much farm. 52 last hits. He's died 4 times. He does have 2 kills, but those 4 deaths certainly certainly ruin that. It seems like XD now fully building into his Meme Hammer. Oh man, I love the Meme Hammer. Such a great item. It makes Naga so much stronger as well. Not that Naga wasn't ever strong, like Naga was always a useful hero, but now you have Meme Hammer on her and she's just insane. And that Nether Blast with the Decrepify, holy shit, it almost one-shot Lion there. Even the Firefly from Blessed, like wow. And now, Warlock with the Golem, Sonic Wave being thrown out by Queen, and Naga goes down again, but she is earned. She is taking damage from Fatal Bonds. They do pick up Skywrath as well, but in comes Void. He has Chrono. He pops it on the Skywrath, but he's forced to go back. He gets decrepified. Now, can he at least get the Batrider? No. Queen of Pain dies before Blink gets back up, and Time Walk is available. Finger of Death finally coming out. First finger of the game. Martello gets a kill. Batrider goes down, and it's a 2-for-2 trade. So finally, NND gets something worthwhile, and the fight ends. But looks like Void is considering reinitiation there. Gets Shadow Word. Shrine is popped. They're gonna be able to kill the Warlock. Now Monster coming in with the Boundless Strike. Doesn't even need Jingo Mastery. Has so much damage with the Shadow Blade. Takes down the Void. And now Axe coming in. Monster might regret this, but in comes Pugna with the ward. So much damage being thrown out. And now Wukong's command as well. And it's a 4-man kill. They trade all of their roster for a measly Warlock. That is definitely not worth it. Like, you had the fight. They took control of the game for like 10 seconds and then they threw it away. So it feels pretty bad, man, for NND's side here. And they need to reconstruct themselves. They need to get a proper Mystic Flare combo, like throw everything. Try to smoke gang, try to get the Monkey King with the dust and smoke, and throw everything at him before anything happens. Like before Naga gets so mobile that she's level 12, she has a lower cooldown song, she has the meme hammer, and before she gets like, I don't know, eels or something.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Axe not doing too well for himself. Oh boy. He's at 3.6k net worth 16 minutes in. He's pretty poor. He's worse off than the enemy team's supports. That's how bad it is. So yeah, they picked Axe, tried to replicate the success from the previous game. Obviously it's not working. And they're gonna most likely pick up Lion after they do such like a heavy 4-man gank on Voids. And there's nothing Martel can do here. Simply gets overwhelmed by a big team. Oh, Warlock already built his Glimmer Cape. Wow, that's pretty fast. He's in, like, that's a fat Warlock. 4k, 17 minutes in. Like, he's been skimping on books and going more for them meals, you know, making them gains. Gonna buy himself a stack of war as well with 2 smokes. Damn, that guy's rich. Zeal already, he has Veil of Discord, he has Aetherlands, is building into Eels. I guess Scepter will come after Eels. The Eels is very useful against Skywrath Mage and his Mystic Flare. Like, if you get rooted, stunned, and then Mystic Flare gets thrown onto you, you can mitigate at least some of the damage with it. Or maybe you can hopefully pop it off. And now Boundless Strike from the Monkey King. Jingo Master gets activated, and another hit going down. And Skywrath is dead without doing anything. I think he could have popped the Silence. If he popped the Silence there on Monster, he could have escaped. But he didn't even attempt it. He just tried to live. And I think they need to maintain, like, need to maintain their composure. Composure is what NND seems to be lacking, as they simply panic sometimes when initiated on. And you can't afford that. Like, you need to be the one putting on the pressure with Axe. They haven't done that during the entire game, and it's been going downhill ever since the early game. And the strat is simply not working out for them as well. Like, Queen of Pain still top 2, which is very surprising. Like, she's doing so darn well, but it's simply not enough. The rest of the team are crumbling at the same time. I mean, Skywrath Mage actually built 2 bracers just to get some survivability, to not get killed off so quickly. And it did help, but then he forgot to pop his Silence, and now Batrider coming in with the lasso on the Axe. Boundless Strike, 3-man Boundless Strike from Monster, and puts out Wukong's command as well. Lion, Axe are both down, are gonna chase down Whiskey. They do have Blink in a couple of seconds on Batrider, but they're gonna give up. They're gonna go for Skywrath instead, possibly. And very beautiful initiation. Very nice Warlock Golem, very nice Fatal Bonds. Made quick work of NND. And man, that boundless strike was very well timed. It was like a ravage pretty much. 3-man stun for 1.6 and the amount of damage it deals as well is ridiculous. Meanwhile, bot lane seems Whiskey and Quap pick up Naga with the Orchid. And this time Naga didn't have to pop Sonic Wave, so that's really important. But now Monster with the Shadow Blade chasing down Whiskey. He doesn't have Time Walk on cooldown, gets Bound to Strike, and before he can get it off, Jingle Mastery activates, and Wukong with almost 300 attack damage just bashes him in the face. There's no chance for Void at this point. He's so close to his Shadow Blade, I'd actually consider selling Quelling Blade for her as soon as he respawns. They need to do something fast. Take control back in this game. That axe is too poor. That axe is pretty much out of the game already. He's now building towards a Blade Mail. It's obvious at this point, Vanguard is rather useless. But I'd swap out the Stout Shield for a Magic Stick, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Now Batrider again with the blink, initiation onto Axe, another 2-man Boundless Strike, almost was a free, and Monkey King keeping on the pressure, and the Fatal Bones might actually finish off the Lion here. He sticks himself up at the very end, doesn't quite get impaled. He still wants to be the one doing the impaling. Still in it to win it, let's say. Naga calling out good game. I'm surprised at the lack of chat wheel spam in this game. Now Monster looking for Whiskey. He needs backup here, but XD is coming towards him. Now they're gonna chase him down. Meanwhile, at the tier 2 bot lane, Batrider doesn't have. Wait, what? Decrepify! Gonna take down Skyrive with the Never Ward. He actually popped Mystic Flare there. What? No, he didn't pop Mystic Flare, but still so much damage coming out from the ward, and now seems like Martel gonna die very quickly to Wukong, jumping in, getting a 2-man Boundless Strike, gonna finish off Axe as well. And there's no chance for NND. They do have buybacks though, maybe they can surprise them somehow, get like a good Berserker's Call in, but that would assume Monkey King spent his Jingle Mastery, which he did, so they have a chance now. Queen of Pain gets caught, a couple of hits more needed, doesn't get the blink off, instantly buys back into the game. This is their last chance. They need to be able to defend this with the buybacks. Call now on to Pugna. Instant Eos coming out as a counter, and Naga canceled the song. Beautiful Warlock Golem drop down. Chrono coming out from Faceless with the Mystic Flare. They pick up the Naga with the finger, but that's all they get. And now DotaHero simply wipes the floor with them. And Ira disconnects. I guess GG gets called out by NND. Ladies and gentlemen, that was game 2. DotaHero simply smashes NND in this matchup, like insanely. NND was trying to put up a more decent fight in the early game this time. Queen of Pain seemed to be doing pretty decently well, but yeah, they just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. Anyways, well played, especially DotaHero. Congratulations. I really love the drafts. They went for, they knew what they were doing very well. They went for the mid game, early game aggression previous game, and now that they saw that NND was going for early game aggression, they countered it with heroes like Pugna and Warlock, who give your hero sustain. Like you have Naga in the mid game who has Song, right? But you didn't even need to pop Song like most of the time. The fact that they were able to dominate without Naga Song was very prevalent. Like it was pressing meta, but they did use Song way more in the previous game. In the previous game, they pretty much won the game with using Naga Song only once or twice. This time, they did have to pop it a few times to save some teammates, but that showed that that really displayed the power of Naga when she didn't even have the meme hammer ready yet. It's just set up for the Warlock, set up for the Batrider, set up for Wukong. You know, overall, very nice draft and nice playing by DotaHero. I feel NND's draft this time was better, but the Faceless Voids was the weak link, and I feel like they should have supported Axe more in the bot lane. They should have maybe even tried to like triple gang. If they have someone who could sustain himself better in the top lane, like a ranged carry, someone with mobility who could keep himself alive, or just someone who can buy like a lot, can simply afford to buy a lot of regen early on, they would have been much better off and much stronger in the mid game. And I mean, Queen of Pain was doing so well. Queen of Pain was top 1 net worth for a long time, and she could have carried them to victory. Like, she could have started smashing down Pugna, and she did at some point. Like, she got solo kills on Pugna, she got a solo kill on Monkey King. So she was doing work. Like clap to Panda. I've seen him play before as well on NND side. I've always liked Panda, like very strong mid player. He really outshined the rest of his team this time around. He maintained like a cold nerve. He maintained his composure, but sadly NNDs like slightly seemed to panic, and that was the main difference I noticed between DotaHero. Like the composure and the panic on each side. This was like night and day, and it affected decision making so heavily. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this matchup. I had a lot of fun casting it, so I hope you had just as much fun watching it and listening it. If you're interested, I'm gonna throw my Twitter link in the chat, and you can follow me there and see when I go live to cast joinDOTA next time, or whatever casting related. And of course, if you want to see me go live, feel free to hit that follow button. And yeah, if you're wondering, there's also panels down. And if you're also interested in casting with me, you can also get in contact with me. Like, I'm interested in duo casting, so if you have something to propose, or if you have suggestions about the stream, how to improve, change the setup, whatever, feel free to whisper me, PM me. I'm down to chat. For now though, Thunderstyle signing out.